Okay, so I was reading this post. I think it got deleted by this user. He's pretty much explaining how he sweats a lot. I think it was his hands. Um, I don't really. I read it this morning. I forgot already. But he said his underwear would be drenched. His hands, he couldn't shake anybody's hands because it was so sweaty. He was going through just a lot of things, and I think we can all understand where he's coming from, because we all in this community, in this thread, we all know what it feels like to have hyperhydrosis. It doesn't matter where: face, hands, feet, under your arms, anywhere. It's all the same. Some can be more crucial than others. For example, the one I have, it's in my face, and so we're all embarrassed of how and why it happens. We sometimes have no control. It's sometimes a lot of anxiety, a lot of your self-confidence isn't where it's supposed to be. You just have fear. That's the number one thing. Fear is the thing that drives everything. You have fear of what other people think about you. You have fear on what people may think about you if you're sweating. Something my dad told me when I told him, he's just like, man, it's just water, it's just sweat, it's normal. And I told him, it's not normal when you sweat excessively. Like, when people see you sweat in a very cool area, like it's a cool environment, it's embarrassing, and it's something that is not normal for you. And so it's just the thought, the fear. That's the number one thing. The fear of what other people think about you, the fear of what people, how they're gonna judge you and stuff like that. I remember I had to sing for my church, and I used to sing a lot. And it was amazing. My confidence was high. I had no problem. Nothing. I didn't know what fear was. I didn't know what nervousness was, because at that time I was just, I don't know, I was a different person. And I look back and I want to be that same person again, and that's where that's what I'm working at. I am trying to be a better person. I'm trying to be a better version of myself. So back to my story. I was gonna sing, right? And as soon as he said, you're I want you to sing, blah blah blah, they invited me to sing. As soon as I heard that, I had a panic attack. I could feel my face starting to sweat, and that was just telling me I was gonna sing, you know. And so I immediately said to myself, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna face my fear, because that's what I went to I went through counseling. I think I only did like once or twice, but they always told me fear is the thing that stops us. Fear is everything that stops us from doing anything that we want. And so that's what happens to me. You know, I have fear of, not because I'm nervous. I'm good with that. I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to sing and everything. It's just the fear of sweating excessively and what people may think of me. Like, oh, he's a loser. Look at him. He's a nobody. He's, you know, all these negative thoughts that come to my mind. They've told me to block every negative thought. Just as soon as you get a negative thought, just replace them with a positive thought, and that will rewire your brain. And so I had a panic attack, and then the day of, my heart was racing. I felt like I was gonna pass out. I started sweating a little bit before even going up there. So they announced me to go up there. I go up there, right? I'm good for the first few seconds, and then the music starts, and I could, like, my whole face started to get hot. it's funny. It's funny to people that never have had it and don't deal with it. It's funny to them, like, dude, like, chill, like, it's just a song. Yeah, but you don't know my body. You don't know how it reacts. Anyways, I was up there, and I remember I started sweating and everything. And by the time, and if you start thinking about it, because you feel it and you think about it more and more and more, the more you sweat, the more it comes, the more it uncontrollably. Is that a word? I just made it up. Anyways, you start sweating like no other, and there was nothing for me to do. I couldn't run. I couldn't just walk out the building. I just had to finish. So by the time I got finished, I was drenched in sweat everywhere. People were staring at me, but I said I'm not going to go to the because usually I used to just go to the, if I had a panic attack, I used to go to the restroom, call myself or whatever, kind of like dry myself and everything. But at this point I said I'm not gonna go anywhere. I'm gonna sit right here, like on the first seat. I'm gonna sit and I'm just gonna dry off and let everybody look at me. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna face it. I'm gonna let everybody look at me, and that's what I did. After I was drenched in sweat. Literally, I was embarrassed. I was like, every single second I was like, who's looking at me, who's judging me, who's staring at me, blah blah blah. And this little girl, she's about 4 or 5 years old, and the thing is, kids never lie. She comes up to me, and everybody saw this. She comes up to me and she was like, did you get tired singing? And I looked at her and I just smiled, and I was like, this little kid is so honest. She will tell me everything without lying. The reason she said that is because I was sweating a lot. It looked like I had ran 5 miles in just a song. But listen, guys, it's all about what you think. It's all about what goes in your brain. Do positive things. If you have any addictions, quit your addictions, because that's what morally just shuts you down too. You're like, I'm not a better person, blah blah blah. But just try it. Positivity is the key, and rewire your brain. Trust me, this will go away, because it almost went away from me, but I fell back to my addictions. I fell back to what I was doing and filling my head with negative thoughts and all that. But I'm trying to stay positive, to be the best version of myself, and I will. I'm gonna face my fears. I'm going to do everything it takes to cure this, because there is a cure. It's just about what you think. Many people just give up, and like, this is something that will never go away. Some people don't even go out. I understand them, because it's happening to me. It's to the point where I didn't go anywhere with my friends. I was embarrassed. I couldn't even go out with the not just a girl, like with my guy friends, because I would feel uncomfortable. So there you have it. And it's hard, but anything is possible. Just pray about it. God has a plan for you. He will always be there for you, no matter what. Even if you don't think he is. Trust me on that, because I've been to the point where I've thought about just a lot of negative thoughts. So if I can do it, you can do it. Just be positive, and let me know how you deal with it, how you're doing. If you're doing better, if you're doing any worse, tell me about it. I will try to help in any, because I want to help everybody that's living in this condition, because I understand it. I feel like I'm going through this because I can help people, and I want to help people. So let me know what you're struggling with, and yeah, just let me know. Comment below, and just let's just keep on helping each other out. That keep that positivity out there, and subscribe to this channel, because I will be uploading on how I'm doing. So just a little bit of everything, honestly. So keep at it, positive mind, keep praying about it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.